Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. Okay, we still in the New Year mode. It's still now January. So today I would like to share about training. Okay, training. Training has been my passion, not just a career, it's a passion because it's I don't know. I just like sharing knowledge. That's the keyword because simply because I think it's more on what my late father told me last time. He mentioned that I translate in English. Okay, he spoke to me in Malay. Yeah, he keeps saying to me, knowledge is something that the best part of knowledge, if you share, we always get more. I did ask him last time, and when my father was still alive, my late father. Okay, he said, just do it. Don't think too much. You have knowledge, just share. Because after all, knowledge is not yours. It's come from up there. I think so. That's by nature. I was actually myself started myself in my career is I was quite so-called shy. Okay, or I don't have that confidence of talking in front of public, really, honestly. That's why when especially in English, I don't have that confidence. That's why when my first job, when I had the foreign boss, Hassan Batish, he was the one that somehow triggered the confidence. First, he gave me the opportunity to conduct a training, okay, on topics that I don't have the hands-on. I still remember that he asked me to talk about air compressor. I never see air compressor in my real life actually. When I got the topic, that's the reason. I love sharing knowledge. That's why for me, training is not just a job to me. It's more on sharing what I really experienced. That's why most of my trainings, I love to share what exactly I did. Most of the time. That's why a lot of my trainings I share a lot of example where I did it myself. Why I'm just doing now energy management training. I don't do all those technical training anymore. I think I mentioned in my previous video. My interest is no longer in technical. My interest is more on the strategic part of energy management, which is energy management system and all that. Anything that's supporting to that. Because I believe, I think you agree with me. I believe when it comes to technical knowledge, technical training, technical sharings, it's a plenty out there. Plenty out there. I know a lot of my friends, expert in technical and all that. But what I can see in the market, especially in Malaysia, quite a lack of energy management. They haven't seen that much on the management side. Even though the word sometimes they keep mentioning energy management, the focus, the talks, the discussion always about technical engineering and all that. It's not wrong, but I see the gap. I still believe in that. When we talk about energy management, the talks, the discussion, the depth about the energy management itself is not really being discussed, not really being highlighted. I one of the reason I think because of the understanding. I would say most in the market, if you go out there, you talk about energy management, the understanding is still about technical. It's not wrong, but it's not the whole part of energy management. So having said all that, so I decided to fill up the gap. Okay, fill up the gap. How? One of it, I try to create awareness about what exactly, the another part of energy management, which is the management part itself, to the market. Therefore, I specialize in energy management system. When I talk about energy management system, I talk about only the management, mostly about the big picture, the overall part, the holistic part, the soft part of energy management, which actually a part of the energy management covers technical. Okay, so I fill up the gap. I decided to put myself to fill up the gap, to create more awareness about what exactly energy management all about, to cover that management system, all that. Okay, supposed to be complementing each other, right? So that's why my interest to conduct technical training, even though I got some technical knowledge and hands-on as well, is no longer there. Okay, so my interest is energy management. That's why if you look at what I've been sharing, over the years, since the last 10 years, my talks are more about still about the management part itself, the strategic part itself, the management commitment, the policy, the strategic plan, and all that. How to make that happen? Like say, even though you have a technical solutions, it's very good one. No one can deny that. Why is not being implemented? Why is still not being accepted? Why is still not being approved? Even though the saving is very promising, very attractive, economically very feasible as well, why still not being done? That's why my belief is that the issue is the understanding about management. How people see energy management. How business people see energy management. Is it a part of the business activity or just a part of something that is okay not to be done, is good to be done? That's mine. So that's why, if you look at my training, that's why I'm talking about training this time. So when we talk about training, that's why my training, I don't conduct that many training. Okay, my training is always about energy management system. That's my key. I always conducting this kind of training, energy management system. Either the awareness one, maybe half a day, 1 day, or 2 days, the comprehensive one, or even up to 3 days, depending on the how detailed I want it to be. So my mission basically is to get as many as possible people out there, especially those who are in the decision making level, okay, and those who are involved in the energy management itself, to understand the whole so-called value chain or the whole concept, the whole cycle of energy management system that will result into improve the energy performance, of course, reduce the operating cost. That will lead to the reduction of the business cost as well. That's always my training all about. That's why my training is designed for energy management system. It has been designed for technical and non-technical personnel. Because what happens normally, if the moment you see the word energy, go to even the brochure, the pamphlet or something, go to the HR. The moment they see the word energy, naturally that training will go to the technical people, right? The problem is that in energy management, a lot of technical people are not decision makers. They are not the one who can decide or issue a directive to the whole organizations. They are not often just a part of the operations. Some, not all of them are involved in the decision making process. Most of them, even you talk about energy managers. Okay, that's why my training is designed. When I explain to people, even non-technical people can come to my training. Is it true? Yes, because what I've been sharing in my training, basically, developing the energy management system. It's not about identifying the potential. I will touch about it a bit, but not so much on until you are the one who will do it. Okay, that's my training all about. That's why I conduct a 2 days training program. For example, I talk about a 2 days energy management system training program. What I during the early days, yes, I did talk the balance between the theoretical part and the practical part. But as I move on, since until now, I have got over 10 companies, specifically certified under ISO 2001. I got many more companies adopted the ISO 2001. So what I will share in my training, basically, how I exactly develop the system in that organizations with the participants. So the real life example. Of course, I don't mention all the company details lah. I show exactly how the system was developed, how it was implemented, and how the performance was monitored, and how the management review being conducted, and what kind of input from the management review, and finally, even up to how the company managed to get certified. Some of them even get certified with 0 NCR. I was surprised myself. Even the auditor surprised themselves. So far, out of 10, I got 2 companies were certified. I know by one of the most strict, certification body out there, okay, in Malaysia, with 0 NCR, not even mine NCR. Don't blame me. Okay, somehow But my point here, my trainings is always about sharing some of my knowledge, okay, the one I know of, and then the real experience that I'm gathering, I'm getting over the years. Every time I keep updating my material with all the real case studies and all that, so that people they can see, because my goal of my training, just training, it just out. Even what I did in my training, I give them the example, particular example. Even I show them I prepare to them with the template. The template they can use during the training, okay, and then they can bring it to their organization, and then they can continue. That's what one of the requirements of my training on the management system. Basically, what I require from them, I always insisted for them to bring. One, I want them to bring laptop, because there'll be some practical works. Okay. Secondly, they should bring. I insisted to bring the energy bill, the energy consumption data, at least for the last 3 years. Because they will use in the training, they will use that data, that data, okay, to process during the training. Means that if they use their own data, they bring their own data, they have started the system development already. Okay, even some cases, they managed to confirm that during the training, they confirm that the baseline was wrong. Using their own data. During the training, the indicator was wrong. Something like that. Even though the training not the purpose of find fault, but somehow when they process data, they realize instantly, and they can take it back. That's always the approach. Okay, if they bring, for example, if they have the system, they have the policy, they can I can have a look and can review instantly. Okay, they have to bring the energy consumption data, or they can bring I suggest them to bring some of the data that may be potential variable of the consumption. Okay, or whatever data that related to energy management system. Okay, because whenever they bring all their own data, what they can do, they can, based on the template that I share with them, they can see where they are. In the same time, they will see somehow naturally throughout the 2 days training, they will somehow they can see the gap. What their practice and what's the gap compared to the certain standard requirement. Okay, even though the goal of the training not for them to get certified. So that's why. But I think by having that, by focusing on that training alone, energy management system training alone, it keep me occupied already. Okay, it keep me occupied. For example, the 2 days training or on the comprehensive energy management system training and workshop, because they were the practical part. Okay, sometimes I do conduct 1 day training, but lesser, because focus on the energy management planning alone. Okay, sometimes I conduct half day training, focusing on what? Focus on only on the financial analysis alone. It's a part of that. It's a part of energy management system. Because in the procurement process, energy management system, they have to understand some basic financial analysis. Okay, okay. That's why that's basically about my training. So in my training, basically what I do, okay, I share some knowledge. I share my real life experience. I try to give everything that I have. Sometimes even the participant, responded to me, Zani, you shared too much. You share too much. Okay, I asked them again, I replied to them, what's wrong? Are you not happy? No. Okay, but it's fair, I'm sincere. Okay, for me, I don't mind. I'm happy if I can see my participant become better than me. I'm happy for them to become successful. That's my real accomplishment to me. Okay, that's my training. That's why I don't conduct that many training. I conduct normally energy management system training, anything related to that. Sometimes portion of it, the planning part, sometimes portion of it, the financial evaluation part. Sometimes the portion of it just about the policy part, the overall part and all that. Sometimes just on the measurement verification part. It's all related to management system. I can tell you, it's nothing technical. It's not really technical training. Okay, that keep me occupied already. Okay, because my goal, okay, my personal goal, my personal in my career, I want to be known as the energy management consultant. Okay. Therefore, what I'm doing exactly to achieve that goal. Okay. I have the experience developing the system, as a consultant, developing the system for companies. I've been doing it now. I think to some extent, I think I've achieved my career goal already. Okay. Now, at the same time, to create awareness, okay, I'm conducting the training. So my business focus now is just two: consultancy on energy management system and training. And my focus on energy management system training. Okay, that's it. That's our teacher in training. Okay, because of this pandemic, okay, because some of my training, used to be very, face to face, practical. I have to sit down with them, I guide them one by one, draw out the classes and all that. That's why when the pandemic came, it really tested, challenged me. How can I continue? I think the positive part of this pandemic, it does give us a new way of thinking. We try to become more creative. Okay, so we have to live with this. This COVID, we don't know when it's going to be ended in terms of how long we have to live with them with this COVID. We don't know yet, but life have to go on. Okay, I know. I don't think the face-to-face training will be that soon. To go back to normal. Maybe not going to be normal at all that it used to be, but training must go on. Therefore, during the MCO time, initially a lot of requests for me to conduct online training. I don't have that confidence, honestly. It's new to me. It took me some time to understand, find a way how I can focus on, how I can transition, move from the normal and online. It took me some time to figure out. Finally, I came to the conclusion I have to be with the trend. So the training now, I accepted a few requests for the online training. I tested 1 or 2 hours talk, 30 minute talks, half an hour talks and all that. That built my confidence until I was ready to accept 1 day trainings. I tested. Okay, and then I feel more confident. Okay, and somehow I had a quite positive response from the organizer, even from the participant, all that. So I developed more. Okay, along the way, I know this online things, will become the way forward. The way I look at it, will be the way forward. You cannot run away from it. Even the way I look at it, some people started to become comfortable with that. Because I can see that, they don't have to travel, I know some they are not comfortable because they used to learn face-to-face, directly interact with the trainer. But now, actually the new generation, right? Even for them, they are more flexible. Okay, therefore, this is the way forward. That's why I'm ready to, now I have to adopt. Okay, I accepted a few offers already, few requests for online training with the organizers. Okay, some I will conduct my own online training very soon. Okay, me personally organize it. Okay, and then same time now I think I have during the pandemic time, during the MCO, me and few friends, we brainstorm, somehow figure out what next for us, because all of us are trainers. So we came up with the idea of putting up the video on demand training concept. Okay. That's why me and my friends just launched the new portal recently on 7th of January. They call it eecentral.com. Okay, eecentral.com, where what we do basically, we provide the training in a video format. Okay, we put up online and we open to all to subscribe. Okay, the portal not just a training video on video on training, also on you can communicate. So we try to build some kind of community, using the portal where people can interact, people can share the thoughts and all that. They can register for, they can go for online training. And then we also offering the trainers, any trainer wanted to become trainer, they can come to us, they can put up the topic and then we can vet, and then they can become a trainer. Okay, they can put up their own video, we help them to develop the video to put in the online trainings. And then we also have some kind of social media kind of chatting platform in the portal, same portal. Okay, so people can interact, share the thoughts, you know. Basically, the portal basically we focus on engineering, all the stuff, you know. And then we also have one more is we also provide some kind of free listing. If you're a consultant, you have a company, you also can put up your list for free for that, and then you can put up the list as your service all there. Okay, so that's what how we adopt, how we embrace, you know, the COVID-19 pandemic kind of, you know, new environment. Okay, so that's how, you know, the training all about now. Okay, so I think I have to improve myself further on my training, actually on online training, because what I learned, you know, what I learned over a few attempts, you know, I conducted online training. I have to be focused on how I can deliver the best. At the same time, I have to be positive about the other side. Okay, because I can see my participant, you know, I cannot see them. So I have to trust them, you know, to be there, listen to me, and interact whenever we have to interact throughout the whatever platform that we're using. Okay, because if I keep, I think this is a challenge, you know, I have to share with you this. Sometimes it's quite different, because in a real life training, we can interact, you can talk, you know, you can see they do it or not, right? But in this online training, the challenge is that, you know, I cannot do it. I cannot see all that. So it's something very big gap, you know, as a trainer. Okay. So now I think over a few training sessions, I think I came up to the conclusion. I think the best I can do for me to keep focus, I just focus on my delivery. On my delivery, the best I can. I'll try to interact with them the best possible way. Okay. Whatever the response, that's the best thing I can get from them, and then how I can reply again to them. Okay, responded to them, and that's it. When I started to do that, I think I tend to become more focused. I tend to become more relaxed, you know, more calm, because I have to trust people over there. Okay, as much as they trust me to deliver the best to them, so there should be some kind of, you know, virtually understood. Okay, that's my thinking. I think should be the way lah. Okay, so my training is again, okay, my training focus on energy management related topics. Okay, I do receive a lot of requests on technical training, you know, chiller system, all that. But what I do normally, I try to match the request to all my friends who are conducting technical training. That's the best I can do. Okay, because I think improving, putting up my material, updating my material on the energy management system training, all that is, I think it's keep me occupied already. After all, honestly, I'm running a small business. My business is my goal. My business goal is not big, honestly. Okay, my business goal is just enough for me to look after my family, comfortable life. That's it. I don't have that big, you know, I want to conquer the whole, blah, no, it's not me. Maybe you can call me not ambitious, yeah, but ambitious different way. Okay, all right. So now that's how. So that's why I'm not really worried. So I'm not really worried about, you know, how big business I want to have. Okay, for me, I just as a freelance, you know, mainly now, I just take what I can swallow, and I deliver my very best what I can swallow. Whatever extra, you know, I cannot take it, so I share with my friends. What's wrong with that? Okay, simple as that. So that's something that I want to share about training. Okay, I will come out with my new training schedule for 2021, because it took me some time to finalize it, because still uncertain on this, you know, COVID, you know, announcement and all that. But I have to go on. Okay, even some of my training with other party, with third party is carry on. We continue, but my own training I have to really strategize it accordingly lah. Hopefully by this January, I will come up with my training, my online training, my potential, if possible, face-to-face training. Okay, if allowed, you know. Okay, I don't think I cannot totally ignore the face-to-face training. I still put as about my plan. Same time, I offer online training as well. My online training basically on the live training. You know, you can subscribe, you know, whatever platform that I will inform later lah. So that's about my training. I will teach about training. So training for me is something that I enjoyed very much. You know, I do it my passion, because I love because when I deliver, I share my knowledge. I love to see the people who learn, who accept, you know, who receive my knowledge, you know, become better. Even they can become better than me. That will be my accomplishment. Okay, so that's so just something, just If you look at my video, it all basically impromptu. I don't have really, I'm not good in preparing all the scripts and all that. So I just share what I just my thought, you know, and I hope sincerely, okay. And I just like to share what I'll feel that time. So thank you for watching. I hope we can see you again in other video, and wait for my training schedule. Okay, soon. Okay, it's a lot of things have to look into, you know, because of the uncertainty. You know, next tomorrow Monday there may be maybe big announcement, maybe another PKP or MCO. We don't know. Okay, but life has to go on. Okay, so with that, thank you very much for listening. Still not too late. Okay, Happy New Year. Okay, stay safe because COVID-19 cases keep increasing. You know, now 2,000 cases become new normal already in January. From December, January, 1,000 cases become new normal. But don't, you know, we have to be careful because all come back to us. Vaccine is not the total solution for that. Bear in mind. Okay, we have to take care of ourselves. With that, thank you very much. I hope we can see you again face to face or online through the different training. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and salam sejahtera.